S, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel in these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning scheme is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott, the Mr. Rogers of sports betting, and I'm here to welcome you to the morning steam for Friday, August 23rd. Didn't even realize till this morning, didn't even have the day up there right yesterday. These days are flying now with our college football just ready to get rolling here, starting tomorrow with week saved by 0. And, of course, get ready for Major League Baseball today with me here. NFL preseason game 3 for most teams, except for a couple, but still saw a couple overs yesterday. Maybe the team, here it is, week 3. We don't care quite as much when you're talking about some of even these backups that get in there. And what's going on with these quarterbacks? Are they in? Are they out? Are they telling us the truth? Oh, hey, I'm going to play. Whoops, not in the game. Proceed with caution, but still we were able to pick up a winner yesterday here on the with my premium picks, and we did have our premium pick winner yesterday, or both winners yesterday. I think we had here on the show with the totals. We gave the over out in the Bears Chiefs. We gave out the Colts to roll, so we'll go with NFL preseason action, also 4 games in the WNBA. I've made a video here on Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I'd like you to check it out, but we'll preview the games here at the end of the show or so, and want to say hello to some friends coming in here this morning to hear me talk about sports and sports betting and get the picks from you to set me straight. Somehow I ended up splitting the game. I thought I had a winning day, but my Padres, what happened? The ass end of the bullpen, I guess, gave it up. So who's here? Who's feeling my pain? He's not. Dre was a winner yesterday. Thomas Lewis likes this video. Subscribe to our channel, Tony's Picks, here on YouTube, the 42,000 subscriber juggernaut. Check out our videos. We have videos today from Ron Crawford. I saw Bo Dunn there as well. So please check out the videos here. And I made a WNBA video. So check out all of our team here at Tony's Picks. We're making some few changes here, getting ready for the season. The season is here, definitely. I was getting down last night with some high school action. I was watching. And let's see here, Dre, a couple got away here. Justin's here. Vegramento Land. Nana's already saying get back with the Padres here tonight. And that's all I got from you guys. So maybe I'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Faster we get through this, the faster we get to the picks. Apparently that's why everybody's here. They're not here to listen to me. So let's see who did well over at Tony'sPicks.com. Who's on the handicapper leaderboards? It is none other than Joseph Schultz with a 2-0 day there. Big number there, 365. Oh, man, that feels like who was a big dog? Well, it could have been a money line in there somewhere, too. So great job, Joseph. Mindy Hahn, 3-0. Hey, check out Brian Bittler. Check out Rod Zawacki here on the handicapper leaderboard over here now at Tony's Picks. We're merging the families here a little bit. With the recent news, and it's great to have these guys, man. Talk about, adding a little bit of royalty. I want to give these guys all the kudos that they deserve, but it's an honor to have them actually here on Tony's picks. Brian yesterday 2-0. Rod Zawacki 2-1. We see Rod in there, and keep your eyes open. Rod and I are going to be doing something here, I think, very, very shortly. Scott Doubles Shooties 2-1 yesterday. Ron Cropper, a winner as well here on the site. Also, EPA Sports won their only play. Tiffany Mance as well. Daniel Wolosichuk won his only play. Hollywood Sam, Jerry Lewis, George Gonzalez, Ruben Marlborough, they all won their play yesterday. Wow. I mean, they just nailed it. Wish I could have been as disciplined. Tony T, 1-1 yesterday, still in the profit. 2 old ladies at bet consensus. Pretty long leaderboard yesterday. It was a light card. We know that. For the last 7 days, Mindy Hahn up there, up over 8.5 units. Scott Doubles Shooty up over 2.5 units. The OG Cappers VIP, nearly 2.5 units this week. Brandon Check is up there, and there's Rod Z. Over the last 30 days, Joseph Schultz up over 14 units. Scott Doubles Shooty nearly 12 units of profit. Tony's Picks VIP almost 7.5 units of profit. Daniel Wolosichuk up over 7.25 units of profit. And Bo Dunn nearly 6 2/3 units of profit over the last 30 days here at Tony'sPicks.com. You can click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, go to their handicapper profile page, and that's how you get signed up. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages here on Friday, including mine in Major League Baseball. I have a 5-pack up here right now for the action tonight in the major leagues here, ready to bounce back after getting nipped at the wire there, I felt like yesterday. But I did have premium pick winners here in Major League Baseball yesterday, including the Braves and the Phillies game to go under. That was a premium pick winner for me. I had the Oakland A's as well as a premium pick winner here, and my NFL premium pick winner was on the Chicago Bears yesterday, but couldn't quite get home there. 3-3 mark. Okay, let me show you that 5-pack tonight. $25. Use that promo code though. You're going to discount there. My 5 best plays in Major League Baseball tonight for this full card of action. And also, I'll be coming in with a little bit of WNBA and NFL tonight, but we're going to give you some free picks here in just a moment. All right. Appreciate that. Thank you for listening. Remember, all those packages, those day packages are profit guaranteed. If I don't hit those or anybody else, if we don't hit that profit, you get credits back to your Tony's account, and you can use them on another handicapper or come back with me. And we always want you to have a winning experience here at Tony'sPicks.com. That's love. All right. Let's get into it now and head on over to the games for today. I'm ready to roll here. We got to kind of move it here with as many games. I thought about dropping maybe a couple of baseball games that maybe didn't have an impact, but maybe some of the teams are still hanging on for miracle outside shot. I don't know if we need to wait for them to be officially eliminated. I don't know if we'll get to that point. We might get to that point, I should say, actually. All right, get ready here in the chat for this one with the Reds taking on the Pirates. And, oh, man, the beat of the year happened yesterday in this one, it felt like. I hope you didn't have that first 5 under yesterday with Lodolo and Skeens. The score was 0-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 man on base, and the Pirates got 6 runs to send that game. I think it was 4, actually, was the total. But nonetheless, the Pirates blew up the game. Lodolo was looking fine, too, and it ended up going a little bit haywire there in that one. Trevor, oh, boy, Trevor's going to be giving me the business there, reminding me of that beat. Let's see here. Let's talk about this one, though, today with Abbott coming in here, 6.12 ERA. Reds are just 1-5 with Abbott in his last 6 starts. I tried to get cute here. Oh, no, we had the under yesterday. I think it did stay under eventually in the game yesterday. So we were able to come through a little bit there in that one. Felt like a pretty popular play, actually, the under yesterday. Reds have lost 5 of their last 7. They have gone over in 8 of their last 11 games on the road, but Abbott is 19-6 to the under, or 6-19, as I like to say. Hopefully, you guys know that when I say that's the old school style. I think when you say the over and under, when I say like 6-19 to the under for Abbott this year, meaning 6 overs and 19 under. Some people say it the other way, but I just try to stay consistent with that. And maybe you guys know here with me hanging out. Okay, let's see here. For Brady Falter, he's got a 4.15 ERA in his last 4 starts. Pirates are just 4-10 with Falter on the mound. Bucks have gone under in 4 straight. They've lost 13 of their last 17 games, but got that win yesterday, and that kind of maybe made me a believer here possibly today. Let's see what you guys got though in the chat. I kind of like the side and the total here. Didn't go any premium yet, but I'm not. It's not out of the question. I kind of like these. Let's see what we got. Hello to Ron. Great to see you in the chat there. Thank you, sir. All right, here's Frankie with Pittsburgh. I think that's it from you guys. I feel like I'm hanging here on the video. I feel like there I go. Okay, there we go. I feel like I was hanging there for a second, you guys. If I was dragging a little bit on the stream, I think I got it back now. Okay, Vegramento Lamb likes the Bucks. So does Nathan, and so does Lassie Love. I'm going to go with the Bucks here as well. You guys seem to like them, and maybe we can get a little consensus started here in this one. There it is. No, Thomas says he likes Pirates money line and under as well. But here's 9 Legacy on the Pirates. I think we know where this one's headed in this one. Look, it's been a struggle for the Bucks, no doubt about it. But maybe they found an opponent they can beat yesterday if they were able to get one more win for Skeens. We'll see what happens moving forward here. He's kind of bouncing back and forth in these betting odds with Jackson Merrill right now. And like I said, if Skeens, can just keep extending a little bit, you don't want to hurt the guy. But hey, only get one chance to win the Rookie of the Year award, though. A big deal for your future, for your history. I mean, this guy obviously is going to be, I don't know, could be Hall of Fame the way he trajectory. An off the wall statement. You put together a decade of solid seasons like this, even if it was, 2/3, and you're going to have yourself a pretty good career, Paul Skeens. So, all right, Pittsburgh definitely in a situation where they're a slight favorite here. I want to just check this right now because we're kind of bagging on them a little bit for their losing here of late, but they are going to be favored in this one, maybe even as much as $1.20. And for all of Pittsburgh's woes, they are 11-2 in their last 13 games. Favorite. So maybe this could be the one here. This series has gone under in 10 of the last 13 games here in Pittsburgh when these two teams have met. And if that thing stays over 8.5, that's probably something I'd be interested in. So let me take Pittsburgh here with the consensus in this one with you guys. I'm on it. You guys are on it. So, and there's Will in the chat. He's taking the Pirates today. All right, next up, the Astros are on the road here with Brown going up against Povich. Talk about a couple of pitchers here, kind of definitely having to go in opposite directions, I guess is just the only way that I can kind of put it right now. You got Brown doing a pretty good job, man. This has been a pretty good deal here for Brown with Houston right now. He's they're 10-3 in his last 13 starts with him on the mound. Brown has a 1.93 ERA in his last 3 starts, but a 2-0 record in those starts. Houston still rolling here with wins in 12 of their last 15 games overall. We had them yesterday, or you guys had them. I was agreeing with you, right? I was talking about Arrighetti and the underdog role there, but it was just a great play by you guys to roll with Houston against Corbin Burns yesterday. Really, you guys are really sharp right now in the chat. I hope I'm not blowing smoke here, but had some nice picks, no doubt about it. And I threw in the under there, which was a winner as well. So, all right, let me make a little notation here of your guys' a great play yesterday and see what you got. For Povich, he's got an ERA close to 10 in his last 4 starts, and the Orioles are they're in this weird battle with the Yankees right now, no doubt about it. Let's see here. Orioles also under in 7 of their last 9. Let's go with the chat here, see what they have in this one with the O's taking on the Stros. And it's going to be for first is Thomas Lowe. Line Vagramento land says take Houston. John's on Houston. Justin's on Houston. On Houston at this point. And Nate said as soon as he decided to go with Hunter Brown. Here's a consider for Houston today. I'll let you guys roll with Houston here. I think he's solid. I think Houston's going to be very, very bad. Does feel ball. Some issues here, no doubt. Baltimore has lost 12 straight games to Houston. Remember, we said it. So it's now 12 straight games when facing Houston at night off of a home loss. All right. Well, I guess I'm on Houston. I don't think that's why I'm on Houston, but I'll take. I'm going under here as my pick. You guys are on Houston. I'll take the under here in this one. Houston's gone under in 4 straight on the road here, so I'll take them under. All right, and Joe Alvarado here. Frank Altman also took Houston, and Will says Brown's been on a roll. Legacy does take Baltimore here. Somebody's got to be on this Baltimore team today. All right. I think Thomas is saying I might still be having an issue here. So I apologize. I do see I'm a little bit low on bars right now. Let me see if I can't shut some things down here. Maybe we're having just a little bit of a problem. There we go. All right. System play. All right. Let's come up next here with Dre on the under in this one. And also, all right. And hopefully I'm coming through here right now. You guys, I see some in the chat. If I have to, I'll come back in and out. Let me go ahead. I think we're square on that game, though. Hopefully you guys are hearing me right now. I'm going to keep moving on here because we got too many games, but keep me posted here. I'm all plugged in. Astros and Rockies and Yankees with Kyle Freeland here in this one going up against Carlos Rodon. We have seen, Rodon here. Little bit. Let me bring back here. I think just a little bit of breaking news actually here right now. This one might actually. I kind of want to bring the breaking news banner in here, but it could just be an opener. The Reds are now listing Farmer as the starting pitcher here, and Dre says no sound as well. I'm frozen for everybody, huh? Okay. Yeah, I do show I'm a little bit low on bandwidth here. So, all right, let me just see if I can. Okay, I'm working through this. Thank you guys for being patient. And thank you for telling me right there in the chat. So hopefully I'm not looking too much like a fool up here, more than usual. But okay, so the Reds are making a pitching change for the starters here, for the starter here right now. They're going to go with Farmer, and I believe this will be an opener situation. So for Abbott, let me make sure of that. I mean, it's just breaking right now, I think, for everybody if you're looking at your screen here. So it's not going to change much, I would think, for us, right? We're on Brady Falter here, and we got the Reds downgrading. Remember this. One thing I said, let me see, Buck Farmer here. So he's back, right? Let me see. He doesn't have any numbers this season. I mean, he's making a comeback here from. Oh, let me see if I can get the news on this one here. There it is right now, coming across the line move, the line service. Just saying it right now, Farmer. In fact, I'm just getting it here on my. So we get the updates, pitching, up to the second here. You see right there, just 4 minutes ago. So that's how I got. If you want to know a little bit of the secret, pull back the curtain a little bit here on the Wizard or whatever. But no doubt here. So a little bit of a change here. Sorry, I wasn't ready for that move here, but let's see here. Okay, so let's just roll with that with Farmer here. I mean, he came back to the Reds this year on a 1-year deal, so we're still on the Pirates. But let's move on, and all of our buffering looks like it's all caught up. So let's continue on. That's the news. I think we're okay with that pitching change. We're on the Pirates anyways. And what I was saying was, so when you make your pick either on the internet or on the app or at the window, remember, I always like to take my pitcher, right? If I'm taking my team, I want my pitcher, and I'm not worried about what the other team does. If there's any pitching change, usually 95% of the time or more, it's going to be either an opener, which is kind of a downgrade anyways. They're trying to stretch it out because they're already at a disadvantage, or they're probably going to go downgrade. You rarely see an upgrade. Otherwise, sometimes the upgrade, you already know it's coming when an ace might be back or something like that, or a frontline pitcher. So I always like to list my pitcher only. I don't care what the other team is doing, but I don't want to be stuck with $2 on a frontline starter who gets scratched, and then they have to go to a bullpen game, and you're stuck with $2 because you went with action. So, okay. Anyways, that's just once what I want to say about that. Here we go with this one with the Rockies and the Yanks with Rodon and Carlos Kyle Freeland here. For the Rockies here in this one, they have Freeland, a 7.62 earned run average in his last 3 starts. But Colorado's 7-2 with Freeland in his last 9 starts. Everybody knows that Freeland comfortable at home, but here against the Yankees, maybe something can happen here. Rockies are 9-16 in their last 25 games overall, 2-8 on the road in their last 10 series openers for Rodon. He's got a 3.25 ERA in his last 5 starts. He went 4-1 in those 5 starts. He's gone over in 15 of his last 20 starts overall here. So let me see what you guys want to do in this one with the Rockies and the Yanks. Let's start with, it's going to be Frankie, I believe, right here. He's going to lay the run line with the Yankees. He's going to lay the 2.5 with the Yankees in this one. Wine Time's here today. Good morning, Wine Time. And, oh, man, really struggling here with this video here, huh? Make sure I'm in here. Thank you for being patient, gang. Vagramento land here on the Yankees, -1.5. Yeah, I can do some things about it here. Maybe I'm trying to make sure we're just cutting everything off here. And maybe we can just whittle it down a little bit and see if we can get back to rolling. Here's 9 legacy, Yankees run line and full game over. Yankees run line and full game over there in that one. Public Enemy here, -1.5. And good morning, Public Enemy. All right. So I don't know if I might have felt like it was consensus. I know it was getting kind of bumpy there because I was trying to, it's all Yankees, that's for sure. But I don't know if it's going to qualify here. I don't know if it was quite enough in this one, but all right. I'm going to look at the line movement here just a little bit, kind of hoping my feed gets caught up. All right. I'm going to take the rocks. Hi, Sean. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Good morning. And, oh boy, I wanted to shout out Sean. Everyone has a new rage. We're gonna start doing our picks. Sean's gonna do a bathtub. That sounded a little bit controversial. Bathtub picks. I was gonna go for poolside picks. I think is what I'm going to be doing here in Vegas. I got a pool out back, so everyone's doing different. They're walking in their betting, they're running in their betting, they're doing other things in their betting. So on X, if you know, you know. Right now, it's one of the funny things going on, and I'm going to go with poolside picks, Sean. I'm going to lay back. I don't know if I can. I don't want to show too much, but all right. New York Yankees is a consensus play, says Thomas here, so I'm going to go here. Oh, I'll roll with you guys. Let's go consensus New York Yankees in this one. I guess it's run. I'm sure it's run line here, right, gang? All right. And Sean says, with all the Yankee love, this is a spot. Take the Rockies tonight. Yeah, I probably agree. I'm just going to roll with the chat here. Everyone's, kind of piling on at this point. And Freeland, maybe this is the form that we're really expecting from Freeland. But Thomas says, yeah, it is on the run line. So, all right, keep it moving on here. Hopefully I'm hanging in there with my feed this morning. Here's the Angels going up against the Blue Jays. Kokonowitz on the mound for the Halos. You got Chris Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays here, $1.85. And total 8.5 over 20. This one may be going up north of $2 here right now, and the total also rising higher. I'm showing some books at now a juice 9 under at this point with Angels and Blue Jays here tonight. All right, let's take a look here. I don't know. I'm not going to be too excited about laying anything close to $2 with the Blue Jays, no matter how bad things are going here with the Angels at this point. Well, maybe we could take a look a little deeper and see if we can get into anything. He's always open. He's got that 7.11 ERA in his last 6 starts. That doesn't sound too promising. 1-5 is Bassett in those 6 starts. Toronto just 3-10 with Bassett on the mound in his last 13 games. Toronto's gone over in 6 of their last 9 at home. For Kokonowitz, 2.63 ERA in his last 2 starts. So Angels not giving him much run support. 1-3 are the Angels in his 4 starts so far since coming to the big leagues. Angels have dropped 10 of their last 13, but they've actually been a little bit better on the road of late. They've gone 9-4 in their last 13 games on the road. Anything from the chat here? Let's go Angels and Blue Jays. And I think Vagramento Land is talking about this one when it said over here. Dre is on the Jays, but Frankie is on the Angels. Thomas says give him the Jays on the money line. Here's John Jays on the run line. John Jay on the run. John has the Jays on the run line. And Thomas says, you know what? I'm going to take it anyways on the run line there. And Nate was going to go Blue Jays yesterday. 9 Legacy, Blue Jays run line. Been riding the Blue Jays. I don't know if I could do it, man, at this price. And Will says, Kokonowitz here. Maybe, the numbers have been good here of late. I'm going to have to grab the Angels here. I'll take them on the run line in this one. I'm expecting some runs here with some volatility. So if I've got volatility, I think I can only go with the dog here in this one at plus. And I'll grab the run line here. Plus a 1.5, and I'm sure I'm laying a tiny bit of juice here in this one at minus $1.30, $1.35. Isn't pretty, but that's my free play here, and I'm going to go with the Angels on the run line with my man Will here. All right, next up, Cubs and I did it again. Cubs and I guess it's the Marlins, not the Dolphins. I probably was thinking about hanging out with uh, Mike McDaniel. Cubs $1.25 here, 8.5 under 15 with Hendricks going up against Meyer in this one. Hard to want to take Hendricks on the road at any price, but got a better team here with the Cubs. So for Hendricks, he's actually been a little bit better of late. ERA has gone under 4 in his last 3 starts, but Chicago just 3-6 last 9 games with Hendricks on the mound. He's also gone under in 5 of his last 7 overall. Cubs are 3-10 in their last 13 series openers. For Meyer, he's got an 8.38 ERA in his last 4 starts, and he's 1-3 in those 4 starts. Marlins have dropped 15 of their last 22 games, and they've gone over in 9 of their last 14 overall coming into this one. All right, let's see what you guys have here with the Cubs and the Marlins in this one. I think there was some widely reported steam did come in on the over here. Maybe not much from you guys in this one. Frankie on the Marlins on the money line and 9 legacy. Marlins on the run line. Marlins team total over. Okay. I'll take the over here in this one as my play. In this one with Cubs and Marlins at, oh gosh, 8.5. That's too. Okay, Bovada's down to 8 over 15. I'm taking the over in this one. You can grade me to 8.5, but I do see some 8 overs, slightly juiced to the over, no doubt about it. But with that move going down there, I'm going to take the over here. Cubs and Marlins. Like I said, widely reported steam came in on the over. I think they took a pretty good number, but yeah, I don't want to get too crazy there. I'll take the over though. All right, next up. Rangers here with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound going up against Tanner Bybee. In this one, you got Bybee a favorite here, $1.35. Total is up to, the total I have there is, oh no, that's right. 7.5 under 20. Yeah, 7.5 under 20. I'm showing some of the sharp books are about 7.5 here right now. So let's see what we can do with this one with the Rangers and the Guardians. It does feel like today, feels like the Guardians are going to be pretty popular actually here. Yeah, they've had a little bit of maybe unanticipated struggles here a little bit, but with Bybee, maybe they'll get that going here. Cleveland's lost 5 of their last 6 games, but Bybee has a 1.98 ERA in his last 5 starts and a 3-1 record in those games. Cleveland 7-3 last 10 with Bybee on the mound. They definitely were not in it yesterday, I would guess, right, against the Yankees and Cole. Yesterday as the Yanks kind of took care of business on the Guardians, but Guardians back home now here. Bybee's gone under in 4 of his last 5 starts. Guardians 12-6 in their last 18 series openers. For Eovaldi's got a 7.20 ERA in his last 3 starts, an 0-3 record with Eovaldi. He's gone over in 9 of his last 14. Rangers are 3-14 in their last 17 road series openers this season. So Rangers have also gone under in 6 of their last 7 games, but I think I've got to go over here in this one. Maybe the Rangers can, maybe the Guardians are going to put up some runs here, and maybe the Rangers can come in there and get their share as well. But look at I didn't even see it there, but I already see consensus play from Cleveland. Oh, Thomas was just way out in front of the curve here, it sounds like. Let's see. He's like, oh, no, he's just saying Cleveland money line for him. Okay, I gotcha. Frankie on Cleveland. Vegramento land, Cleveland. There it was. I'm 3 games in, and Thomas has seen enough. He's done a few of these. Will's throwing it back to the Wayback Machine with the Guardians. Darren says Cleveland are under. Nate's got a nerfy. We haven't had a nerfy call in like 3 days because everyone's kind of given up a little bit. Maybe the results have gotten a little bit goofy here of late with the nerfy. But what was the one? Oh gosh, was it 3 days ago? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Bybee, 8 for 24, a pretty good pitcher. Not real great in the first 5 in the first inning. 8 for 24, 33%. Not great. Eovaldi, not great either. 6 for 22. It's a little bit below average. And here's 9 Legacy Guardians here. Ray Otachi, Guardians first 5. Nate says I've got a stale line pretty much up there already at $1.40 now. Although I think some sharp books, I'm showing $1.27 here at Circa. Will says Bybee been solid here last few starts. Good form, says Nate. And Darren under in the first 5. Dre's going to go over in the game, however. Frank Altman's here today, has the Guardians, and LaShawn is here as well. Yeah. Well, Will, I've explained, we weren't here, they wanted to save money because you know how where the button is, and it said Ian's here, and they're like, well, we could just leave Ian's there, and we'll just have to replace one side, change the end to guard, and we can save, because you know how it is. Okay. I'm going to end up here I'm going to take the total, actually. As I said, I'm taking the over there. You guys are on a consensus play in the chat with the Guardians today. Next up, Diamondbacks taking on the Red Sox here with Ryan Nelson on the mound on the road here against Brian Bello. In this one for Nelson here, a 3-0 record in his last 8 starts, but a 2.81 ERA, pretty solid. Arizona 9-2 with Ryan Nelson on the mound in his last 11 starts. The Diamondbacks have gone over in 7 of his last 9 starts. Overall, Diamondbacks have won 13 of their last 17 games. They've gone over in 19 of their last 24 overall. But Brian Bello, he's been very, very sharp as well in all of his recent starts. He's got a 2.74 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Red Sox are 8-1 the last 9 starts of Brian Bello here, but it's the Red Sox that have been struggling a little bit more of late. They've dropped 8 of their last 14. Like I said, while the Diamondbacks have been, far better, far more the opposite. Here of late. Also, Red Sox 6-14 in their last 20 home series openers in this one. So I'm gonna see what you guys got in the chat, and then maybe I'll make a call with you guys. With Thomas is gonna start us off here. He's got Arizona on the money line, and you like that? You like that? You like that? All right. Sacramento land, Arizona here. Dre's got the over. I want to say hello and welcome to Mike Gold here today. Maybe we've had Mike before. I'm not sure, but I like him bringing in that little avatar. He's got Cleveland there. And LaShawn says she likes the over in the Diamondbacks game. And Frankie's got the Red Sox game back there. That's okay. 9 Legacy, Arizona money line. Wow. Well, Arizona had some popular there. And I'm probably just going to roll with the total. I'm going to look at the market here, see what you guys know. Obviously, I don't think we made it to a consensus here. In this one. So, all right. I think I knew what I did. Let's see here. Yes, it is over for me. It is over for me. If I don't get this one right, let me go over here with Arizona and Boston. I got to beat a 9.5 juice to the over. That's not going to be premium worthy at this point, but I don't really see this one being in single digits. So let's just call it close, but I got to take the over here. Today. All right. Nate with the Diamondbacks and Ray with the Red Sox and Will with the Red Sox as well. Nate says Diamondbacks first 3 innings. Good morning to Tyrone Christopher. Oh, wow. Breaking news here is Thomas Lewis says that Arizona is going to be a consensus play in this one. Okay. Well, I've already made my call on the over. I'm not going to, switch or anything. You guys are on them. You guys are on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Also, B Hawk here today, talking about a game we're going to get to here, I believe, in just a moment. Well, might as well bring it up. With the Nationals taking on the Braves, you've got Mackenzie Gore going up against Chris Sale in this one. And the Nationals have taken widely reported steam here this morning, actually. This line is down to 250 at some of the sharp books. It's still 290 at DraftKings. So I don't know how much this sharp money has moved the line. And I don't even know if I'm interested in it necessarily at this point with the way Gore has been going in. Yeah, give Chris Sale a lot of credit too for his incredible his great season. Let's be honest here. He's had a pretty strong year and things are still going well. So for Chris Sale, let me see here. For Chris Sale, 2.49 ERA in his last 8 starts and a 4-0 record for Sale. The Braves are 8-3. Last 11 starts with Sale. He's been a real stopper for this team, what they need right now, because the pressure is on, man. Every game for these Braves right now. We talked about it, in yesterday's game. I had a premium pick winner on the under, as I mentioned, with Sanchez and Schwellenbach yesterday in that game, but I'm not sure today. Let's see here for Gore. He's got an 8.1 ERA in his last 4 starts, 1-3 record in those games for Gore, and the Nationals have gone over in 12 of his last 15 starts. Sale's actually gone over in 5 of his last 7. But, the Braves, remember, a massive under because how this offense has struggled. They've gone under in 8 of their last 10. Let's see what you got in the chat. This is probably, although a lopsided game for sure, I don't know what I can do here in this one other than just make a free play here. Hey, D. Shep joining us today from Austin. And we're starting off with Bagramento land, taking the Braves here. Thomas is on the Braves. And you can purchase the Braves if you want to. They're a publicly traded team. All right. Oh, 9 Legacy, an old Montreal Expos fan. Me too, in a way. I love the Expos because they came in the same year as the Padres. Remember, as Montreal and San Diego came in 1969. And that made me sad. They played at Jari Park. They now play tennis there, kind of, I think. Will Lewis here. Will taking, let's see, Will saying, we're on that Nationals run line there. Is that what it said? Nationals money line, good value. Okay. Yeah, Braves, that offense struggling with injuries. And Frankie Diamond, Atlanta run line here. Trey's on the under. And Nate's on the Braves to crush them here. It looks like Nate's saying it's going to be massacre for the Braves. Darren's on the Nationals, though. And Bagramento land says that Gore has good numbers against Atlanta, 3-1 with a 3.46 ERA, but it just feels like for as much credit as we want to give Gore early, it just feels so bad of late. Dennis Finley here, Braves run line. And 9 Legacy lives by old Jari Park. And then, of course, moving to the Big O, of course. And Tony Gwynn got his 3,000th hit in Olympic Stadium. Nathan says he got this one at 7-2. All right. And Will says the Royals started in 1969, but I thought they started in 1962. All right. And for me in this one, I'm going to go under 7.5 in this one with the Nationals and the Braves. All right. That one didn't feel like there was some big time Braves support in there, but there was some Nationals too, right? So I kind of respect that steam, but usually I like to see it give a discount to the favorite. I'm going to leave it at 260, but next up, Tigers and Keter Montero against the White Sox and Chris Flexen in this one. You got the Tigers going to be a favorite here on the road. Montero 3-0 with a 2.81 ERA in his last 3 starts. We kind of gave some kudos to Montero, because we know the Tigers have been kind of a mess with all this pitching situation, but outside of course, Tariq Skubal, Montero actually has been that guy too a little bit. I mean, we know he's not Tariq Skubal, but he's been taking his turn and pitching pretty decent. For Chris Flexen, he's been pitching like Chris Flexen. He's got an 8.04 ERA in his last 4 starts, 0-2 record, and of course, Flexen 18 straight games without a win for the White Sox. Has been 8. He needs Flex Seal, I think, is what he needs to stop the sinking. And 18 straight games the White Sox have lost with Chris Flexen on the mound. So it's going to be difficult for anybody to want to take the White Sox here. And you're getting a reasonable price here, it feels like, with Detroit. So will the chat pull the trigger? Will I pull the trigger on this one with Detroit? Can you ignore that stat and think today is the day for the White Sox? After we already know they've had these all in terrible streaks. Does this one qualify? We know we've been following this one for a while here, but 18 in a row right now. White Sox have gone over in 9 of their last 12. Detroit has won 7 of their last 10 games. They've gone under in 11 of their last 16. Chat, you there? Here we go. It is Luis on the Tigers here in this one. Thomas says, take the Tigers money line and over. Nathan says something about the same thing I was saying there. Frankie says go with Detroit here on the run line. And Frank says give me the Tigers on the run line. Darren's on the Tigers here as well. Vagramento Land got a fade. Flex and Will's on Detroit. And all right. And Nine Legacy says maybe, just maybe, today is the day. And I guess if anything, you got to try to find it's, you're not going to take maybe against a good team, but Tigers playing okay here. So I've got to grab the Tigers in this one. I can't ignore it. Here, I'll just take it on the show. Oh, wow. Oh, consensus play. Whoa. All right. So I'm on that one, finally. I keep jumping the gun, you guys, and giving out my pick, and then, I got to save some premiums, too. Otherwise, I got to have something to sell. Something for the shelves, some product on the shelves. All right, how about the Cardinals and Palante taking on the Twins and Festa here? The Twins have taken widely reported steam in this one. I believe they're up now to $1.40, $1.50 here. I got to put at least $1.50 right now. There's definitely been some steam here on the Twins today, and doesn't feel terrible, actually. I'm probably going to, let me just wait. Let me read the stats so I don't end up going against the chat, or I don't know, with the chat. All right, here. Cardinals and Twins for Palante at last 2 starts, a 1-0 record, 2.84 ERA, but that win was the Cardinals' only win in Palante's last 6 starts. Cardinals have dropped 8 of their last 12 games. They've gone 2-11 in their last 13 series openers. They've also gone under in 6 of their last 9 games overall. For Festa, pretty good numbers here, a 2.45 ERA in his last 4 starts. And all of those were unders here. Twins have gone under and over in the next 4 games off of that under. But Twins are 13-3 in their last 16 home series openers. And let's see what the chat. I don't know. This one feels pretty popular. Let's see what you guys got. I'm going to start it off here with Frankie on the I'll find it here. Frankie on the Twins here in this one. So is Thomas. Legacy says take him on the run line here to get it done, get some plus money, and like 9 Legacy name. Knowledge is key is good, and I think that's some other business or so. I don't know, but this I like 9. And I'm wondering now with you being so close to Montreal, I might be pronouncing it incorrectly. Maybe it's Legacy or Lega. I don't know. Tell me, Legacy. You're one of my favorites now, especially with your penchant for plus money. All right, time to have a festa. Take the Twins, says Fernando. Hi, Fernando. And his Bagramento land says take the Twins. I'm on the Twins. I have a feeling it's good. Man, are we going to be having a lot of consensus chalk here today? We haven't done that in a while. And but it does feel like today consensus chalky time. And I am Count Chocula. You guys know that. All right. And Will on the Twins as well. Okay, next up. It's the Phillies and the Royals with, say it with me, with Walker and Waka. Everybody likes to do the Waka Waka noise. We could do a Walker Waka noise here in this one with the Phillies on the road here. Royals favorite here, $1.30. I think it's even higher than that right now. And I have a feeling that the Royals are going to be popular here with the chat. This seems like a reasonable price. I mean, we know the Phillies can be tough, and they're trying to keep it together here a little bit. Let me get to the numbers here in this one with the Royals at $1.40 and 9 over 20. The older I get, the closer I got to get to that line move computer that I love to look at. Man, okay. Here we go. Royals and Phillies. Sorry for the delay here, gang. Let's talk about it. For Waka, he's got a 2.59 ERA in his last 8 starts, but a 6-0 record. Say but, I mean, he's good numbers and a 6-0 record in his last 8 starts, and an 8-1 record for the Royals in his last 9 starts. The Royals have won 8 of their last 12 games. Right now, they've gone under in 5 of their last 7. They've won 14 of 21 home series openers. The Phillies are just 2-9 in their last 11 road series openers. Walker has a 6.38 ERA in his last 4 starts, and the Phillies have lost 7 straight with Taijuan Walker on the mound here. The offense was stalling again yesterday as well. So, all right, Walker's gone under in 5 of his last 6 starts. Let's see what the chat has in this one with. We're going to start it off, and there it is. There's the Twins consensus there. I knew it. Just we needed to move. Thomas is busy, making sure everybody's happy today. All right, Legacy. I've been one of my favorite sports experiences of all time was going to the old Montreal Forum, and was in my mid-20s, and I saw them play the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was my only time in Montreal. I was there for a couple of days at a trade show, and I went to the old Montreal Forum, and the Canadiens beat the Leafs 7-0, and there were so many fights in that game. 7-0 was the final score, too. Can you believe it? I stayed to the end because I was in the Montreal Forum. I didn't. Here's Luis on the under here. Ray says go with the Royals in the first 5. Thomas says Kansas City Royals first 5. And I want to say hello and welcome to Jency Rojas. Maybe a first-time chatter with us here. He says Philly over Walker sucks. That's okay. And Frankie on the Kansas City money line. Here's Bagramento land, Kansas City money line. Will's on the Royals. And here is Darren first 5 under. And Nine Legacy says, you know what? Nine Legacy, no doubt, a little bit contrarian though too, and we need that. So maybe gonna roll a little bit with Walker here. And speaking of, he spelled Taiwan. I know he probably is talking, use a talk thing, but Taiwan, we know it's spelled wrong, but just remind me that, remember, I didn't get it right with the U.S. champion, my Vegas team. I know I was probably rooting with my heart there, but does look like Taiwan, like Chinese Taipei is going to win the Little League World Series. I expect Chinese Taipei to easily win the championship game, not only the international championship over Venezuela, but although Venezuela looked really good, but I also expect Chinese Taipei to easily defeat the United States champion, whichever team it is. Okay, next. Hi, Jared's here today as well. Kansas City Run Line. Jared is on there. And thanks, Jency. Appreciate you watching there on Twitter. And I see you moved to the YouTube stream, it looks like there, right? But thank you. That's so cool. All right. As Legacy says, yeah, I'm using the dictator. Okay, I guess it is a dictator. All right. In this one, let me see. I'm taking the Royals, gang. Is it a consensus, Thomas? It feels like everybody's on the Royals again. Man, this is going to be a day. Hopefully, we're going to be in here stoked tomorrow. We might need some chalk here, but and it's Friday, so that's got to worry you a little bit. But hey, let's have some fun. Mets and Padres with Blackburn here going up against Musgrove. Musgrove's back. Musgrove's in a grove. And hey, you know what? We got Will in the chat. Will is a Grossmont foothiller, and so is Joe Musgrove. So let's see how it goes with Joe. So far, so good though. Seriously, for Joe being back. Remember what I said about the old knuckleballer? Hey, as long as I get Musgrove back, doesn't look great for you, Darvish. There has been some chit chat on X, if you want to believe that sort of thing, and I don't know. I don't know all the little underground secret little X, but with the Padres, I kind of follow some people. It's just goofballs, kind of, but they're right sometimes. So maybe you, Darvish, has been working out a little bit at Rancho Bernardo High School. And I don't know where he's been working out, but maybe some people have seen him throwing some baseballs. So maybe he could come back. Fernando Tatis is moving ever closer to a return here. He started running, and that's what you need to do. But he was just put on, an extended, right? So really, any hope to get back is going to be very, very close here, I would think, to the postseason. So let me just dial back my comments a little bit on Fernando, because I'm kind of down on him, certainly, in the way things have transpired. I'm not going to call anybody too much for an injury, but man, when things keep happening, right, and not getting passed by so many different players on the team as being the better players on the team right now, they do need him back because of the Hassan Kim situation. So okay, for Musgrove here, he's been good. That's what I intended to say before I got sidetracked there a little bit. Musgrove, since he's returned, has looked very, very strong actually here. 2 starts, 8 2/3 innings pitched. I think he's given up 1 run so far, I think, in those 2. So not going too deep at this point, but him, he's going to try to extend out each and every time. Padres have won 22 of their last 29. Blackburn, since joining the Mets, he's got a 4.5 ERA so far, and the Mets have split those games so far. Blackburn did throw against San Diego, but I think it was with the A's at the time. 5 innings, 2 runs. I didn't note that actually when I was making the notes. So Mets here have gone 6-3 in their last 9 games overall, and 8 of their last 12 games have gone over here. What are you going to do with the Padres tonight after they blew it yesterday? What are you going to do? Like I said, that I was making fun of the ass bullpen, and that's what it was there at the end of the game yesterday. All right, man, are we on 8 plays there, Thomas? And boy, don't get too excited with the Padres here. We might be on another. We might be laying some chalk here. Here's Frankie wants to go under here, but Thomas is going to go over. Vagramento Land says take the Padres. And Shep, Luis is on the Padres. Will says the Padres bounce back. And, 9 Legacy going to be contrarian here. We need 9 Legacy to. If we had a couple more 9 Legacies, we wouldn't be on all these favorites, but it does feel like we still might get there. Darren saying Padres, just go get your money back. And even I probably want to go with them here. And Blackburn, Vagramento Land, kind of our A's expert, right? And maybe that's my second team here at this point too, right? As being in Vegas here like I am. Ray is on the Mets, and boy, is that right, Thomas? Are we doing it? Padres are not number 9. The Dre's on the under here in this one. I'm going with the Padres if that adds my vote to it. So, and there it is. Whoop, there it is. Padres consensus play. Yep. Yeah, right. Thank you, Will. The perfect explanation. Will, I've known Will for 23 years, so Will is an expert when it comes to the player moves, personnel, all that. Will's gonna one of those minds that knows that stuff, and I'm not as good at it. So thank you. Only a formality. Move back to the 60-day gotcha. No doubt about it. So, Shep, even though he's an Austin original, do you just come to Vegas, Shep, for the weekend here, though? Or do you mean you're here and you're just an Austin, Texas original, but you're here in Vegas now? Hey, Mikey Allison here today as well. We're on the Padres 9. We might want to stop the show here. We're almost on every play. My goodness. And sometimes I just roll with the consensus, and I'm like, I'm just going to bet this and not play. I got premiums. We got premiums. I already showed you a 5-pack. Brewers and A's, Savali, and Sears. They sure have a lot of fun with old JP Sears over on the Pick Dogs. I can talk about it now, like we're sister channels or something, but they all like to make fun of Sears, with the slogans and everything. But I remember, I'm so old. Did anybody hear them talking about me on VSIN or what can I say VSIN on here? Anybody hear them talking about me last night on that gambling channel? But I'm so old. That's what they were talking about. But I'm so old that they used to have a thing called the Sears quarterback special, and that's how the prices were in the commercial on the college football game on the radio. I remember when I was like 8 years old, they'd come on and say, "You get more than a quarterback at Sears," which doesn't seem like any money at all. But I guess in 1977, maybe it was okay to get a quarterback here and there. All right, for Savali here in this one, you have 1.46 ERA, 2 very solid starts in a row for Savali. The Brewers here have gone over, though, in 6 of his last 7 starts. Brewers have won 11 of their last 15 right now. They've gone under in 8 of their last 12 games. For JP Sears, you do get more than a quarterback with him right now. They can stop making the funnies over there. 1.57 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Athletics are 7-2 with JP Sears in the last 9 games. We had Oakland as a premium pick yesterday over the Rays, and we had him as a consensus play, didn't we? On the under, we had the under as a consensus play here in the chat. One of those good picks we had yesterday. So, all right, let's see what you have. A's have gone under in 10 of Sears' last 15 starts, and the A's have also gone under now in 10 straight home games. They've also gone 10-1 in their last 11 series openers. 10-1. And, we talk about the great streak of the A's, which has been, since the All-Star break, a good month. But 10-1, that'll stretch even a little bit further. About that. All right. Go ahead in the chat here. Don't scare me though. We might be more consensus. Oh shit, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, we won't dox you though. We just did. Frankie's on the Oakland run line. And maybe not too much here. Let's see. LaShawn says A's game to go over. Frank Altman. Oh, that was that other game. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Hope he's not too far behind. Legacy does like the Brewers here on the run line. Yeah, look, Brewers are still favored. I mean, there's no doubt. Savali, a little bit better here, right? We talked about it at first. He was not looking great those first 5 starts or so, but he's turned it around. Let's give him some credit here. Thomas says Oakland on the money line. Here's a Nerfy from Johnny Walker. We haven't had too many. For Savali, he is 2-7 so far in his Nerfies so far. So no, not great. And Sears is 7 for 25, so not great either. Not terrific, not awful. Daniel Anglero has a football play in the chat. Check it out, everybody. Thank you, Daniel. We'll be covering the football tomorrow, no doubt about it. Fernando's going over. Will is on Oakland. All right. And I'm going to take Oakland as well. Daniel said Montana minus 13, but he means Montana State. So if anybody don't want to confuse anybody in the chat, by the way, in that game that Daniel's talking about, and I talked about it yesterday, right, going up against New Mexico, and it is now the largest spread ever for an FCS team over an FBS team. Montana State minus 13.5. And my man. All right, here we go. Next up. Giants and Mariners in this one with Birdsong on the road here against Castillo. We didn't really mention it yesterday. Well, because the Mariners didn't play, right? So a change of manager. Maybe we even missed it on the previous show. Or no, it happened right after the show on Wednesday, was it? But whatever the case may be, so Scott Service is fired from the Mariners because they basically have turned into the first half Oakland A's, and the A's turned into the Mariners first half Oakland A's, it felt like. So the Mariners, I mean, we know that's been a kind of an epic collapse for the most part. Maybe we saw it coming because everybody's like, wow, the Mariners are out there. No way can they keep this up. And, well, I guess that was true. For Birdsong here, has not looked good in his last 3 starts. He's gotten shelled, actually. But the Giants have still gone under in 7 of his 9 starts so far. Giants have won 3 of their last 4 games here right now. They had the day off yesterday. Castillo, 2.27 ERA in his last 5 home starts, and draws favoritism here at minus $1.55. It's down to $1.40 maybe. The widely reported steam did indeed come in on the Giants. It was a move on the Giants. We didn't make an error or anything. You can see it out there. It was higher than this. So I think that is interesting, actually. And the way the Mariners are going, yes, Castillo's been strong, but Mariners have lost 8 of their last 9. They do well in home series openers, 15-5, their last 20 this year. So Service here gets fired. They make the managerial change. Will it change things for the Mariners, who are 5-8 in Castillo's last 13 starts? Let's see what you got in the chat. Is this the right move for the Mariners? Frankie says, give me the Giants under. LaShawn says also under in this one. Darren says, take the Giants in the first 5. Thomas likes it under in this one. And 9 Legacy says, take the Giants. I'm with 9 Legacy. My play is going to be on the Giants here. I'm going to, Birdsong bad, Castillo good. I get all that. I'm going to try the Giants. You got to managerial change, because look, it's not like the Mariners are totally out of it. The momentum is saying they're not even going to come close, right? But kind of weird there. Obviously, big collapse, and you just can't roll with it. Maybe they can salvage it here. Vagramento land under Rayotachi on the Mariners. I'll take the Giants in this one, but it doesn't feel like. And Will, he's a Astros, kind of follows closely the Astros there, so you can see what he has to say about his observations with the American League West pennant race. Thank you, Will. Next up, last game here, Rays and Dodgers, with Alexander for the Rays going up here against Miller for the Dodgers in this one. And for the Rays, Alexander, he's been their bullpen guy before, so it's a bullpen game for Tampa. They've won 5 of their last 7 games overall coming into this one. Miller has a 10 ERA in his last 3 starts, but Dodgers have won 13 of their last 15. They've won 7 straight home series openers. They've gone over in 8 of their last 11 games at home here, but Tampa Bay has gone under in 18 of their last 24. Let's see what you guys got in this one. Total there, let me see. It was 190 and 9 under 20. Okay, let's see what you have. Darren says, take the Dodgers on the run line and the under. Chency says, take the over. Dodgers run line is an auto bet for Legacy. It's not all about the chalk for 9 Legacy. It just takes a solid opinion. Vagramento land, Dodgers run line. Frankie or Tampa Bay run line. I'm going with the under in this one. If they're going to put a 9, they're going to need 10 to beat me. It's a free play. I'm not too thrilled about it. Will says take the Dodgers run line. LaShun says Dodgers money line. And that's going to do it. You got another minute or another few seconds here to get the play in on this one. And we're going to move to some WNBA. Appreciate it, everybody. Great job. And we'll see you tomorrow with just a little bit of college football. We'll see if we're going to preview every baseball game. We might still be able to do it. Public Enemy, Dodgers, money line. But I'll have picks not only in the major games, but we're going to look at FCS. We know the schedule's actually light, but when you get those FCS games in there, we'll have some college football to talk about for sure. And I pick FCS games when they're available here as a product, and I've been on shows talking FCS as kind of the FCS expert. And mainly just because all the games you see the games on ESPN Plus, they kind of just come rolling by. And if you see a close game, I just watch the close games at the finish. That's a way to do it. Can't watch every game on a Saturday. Here we go, WNBA tonight. I do have a video out there where I have some notes. Okay, here's a little bit of steam for you in college football if you want. I don't even know the date. I mean, it might be the opener here, but Indiana and FIU over 50 right now is being hit here currently. So, okay, let's check it out. Here's the Sparks taking on the Mystics in this one. And, well, this one's been on the move a little bit here with the Mystics. And I'm going to end up taking them here, I think, -6. It was as low as, I think, -2.5, maybe even 2. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe I was thinking of yesterday. It was mostly 5.5 here as an opener. So maybe it hasn't been too big of a move after all. But I'm going to take the Mystics here. This is somebody they can probably beat. Now, the Sparks are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 on the road. But they're 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 against sub-500 teams. And you do have the fact that the Washington Mystics here, they're kind of getting things back together. Just in a matchup like this, in an equitable matchup is what it feels like to me. I think Washington can do it. They've covered 4 straight against sub-500 teams. They've covered 13 of their last 18 games overall in this one. And I'm going to give out Washington here as my play against the Los Angeles Sparks and lay 6 points. today. So let's see if maybe I'll come back to you guys on the WNBA. Thanks, Thomas, for getting all those plays together. We really made you work today, sir. Thank you so much. Great job as always. Mercury and the Dream. The Dream come in having won 3 straight off of the break here. Congratulations, Tina Charles, the number 2 all-time leading scorer, passing Tina Thompson, the Comet great. Great job, Tina, and she's been huge for the Dream this season. Coming back basically to join the team out of retirement. And not only that, they've got Jordan Canada back. We've been talking about all week. She's been great. Ryan Howard's been great after missing all that time, going to the Olympics. And now Atlanta's on a little bit of a roll. They just beat Phoenix, remember, the other night. And I would think here I don't know. I figure they could probably do it again. I'm going to take Phoenix here, plus the points. Atlanta's 5-0 against the spread. Their last 5 against Phoenix, and they've gone 5-0-1 against the spread in their last 6 overall. They've gone 8-0-1 against the spread in their last 9 games against teams above 500, and that's where the Mercury's kind of hanging out right now. So Mercury has some positive trends in this game. They 7-2 against spread last 9 off of a spread loss, 9-4 against the spread last 13 against sub 500. But the Dream right now, just a game back of Chicago, chasing them down in the playoffs. It's going to be the Dream or Chicago, and I got a feeling the Dream's going to pass them up. So I'm going to end up on the Dream here in this one. Speaking of Chicago, they'll take on Connecticut today. I think I'm hearing some public affection for the Sky here in this one, but I think they're going downhill fast. And I would think that despite Angel Reese here coming in playing very, very well, the Sky have made moves that are kind of built towards the future. It feels like maybe this playoff spot isn't as important here. Yeah, you want to make it, but for Connecticut, I would think that Alyssa Thomas can really do a number here on Reese. This is going to be one of her toughest games, it feels like, of the season. Chicago has been off, however, for the last 4 days. They lost in Phoenix, 86-68. Now they here at Connecticut. The Sky have failed in 5 of their last 6 against teams above 500. And I just think that with Brianna Jones, with Tyasha Harris, big time advantages here. I think the Sky are falling. Did I say it? Sun won both meetings this year, 83-75 on the road at Chicago by 8. They also won 86-82 on the road at Chicago by 4. But I'm going to lay 10.5 points here in this one. Connecticut coming off that win over LA. They only won that one by 8. But that one, it was at the TD Center, TD Garden, and not in Uncasville. This one's back in Uncasville. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I talked about it on the video. All right, one more here. And it's a rematch from the other night when the Minnesota Lynx went down to Las Vegas and just whooped them. Even Kelsey Plum was saying that Courtney Williams here. Yeah, maybe a little bit was some of the other players, of course, their star guard, but felt like Williams was going so fast in that one. That 10-0 run in the second quarter put the Lynx on top, and they never looked back in the win to get that one. Eventually got to within 4 points, but Minnesota won on the road, and now they're a dog here at home, getting 2.5 points. The move came in on the – oops, let me get the right graphic here, gang. The move came in on the Aces here. They're up to 2.5. The Sharps appear to be on the Aces. I can't do it right now. It feels like the Lynx are the hot team in the West all of a sudden, passing the Aces. For whatever reason, the Aces appear a bit discombobulated. And I've said it in the video, maybe Hammond isn't going to be able to survive this unless they win a championship. And I still don't know if they will. She got into a little bit of hot water with a little bit of legal situation there. I don't know if she's really going to – she's already been suspended for that incident. So I don't think there's anything other than the bad karma. But, I don't know if Davis would let her go, but it just depends what the backlash is. There's a bit of a storyline. Who cares about that right now? We're worried about how the Lynx are going to do against the Aces. Public might be here on the Aces as well, but double-digit losses in 2 of their last 3 games for the Aces, including uh, the game 98-87 on Wednesday against the Lynx, as the Lynx took off there at the end as well. So the Lynx. I didn't mention it before the last show, but I did mention it before the game on another show about Maisha Hines Allen returning. I may have just left it. I didn't cover it here, but she did make a difference, obviously, in that game. She got behind the defense a little bit for a layup. So uh, I would think here, uh, I ended up going over as my play, and I think that's what I'm going to stick with here. The Aces won here in May 80-66, but you look at the first half of the game the other night, and they were going off, right? And if the Aces aren't going to be able to play good defense at home, what makes me think they're going to all of a sudden go on the road and play? Now, they may outscore the Lynx, but I think defense suffers on the road, right? And if the Lynx were just whooping them up and down the court the other night with those talented guards. When you got McBride and Collier. I mean, she's a forward, but you know what I mean. The Lynx are on fire, and even though everyone kind of criticized the coach, she didn't do a great job. They didn't cover the spread in those games. That's how we keep score a little bit. But remember, the Minnesota Lynx are one of the most historic championship franchises with this coach, by the way, in WNBA history. So, yeah, they've had a couple of rough years here, but all of a sudden, the Minnesota Lynx, this is, for any newbies, I mean, this is the Minnesota Lynx, man. They used to be, perennial contenders, champions several times. So, all right, I'm going to go over, though, here in this one. The numbers would kind of point to the under, quite frankly. 5 of the last 7 for Las Vegas have gone under. 4 of their last 5 on the road under. And Minnesota's gone under in 6 of their last 7 on the road. And the Steam came in on the under. But I don't know. Like I said, I just watched that game the other night, and they were going crazy with the first half scoring, and it went over. And now I've got Las Vegas going on the road. All right. Hope enough rambling there. You guys might have some plays here. I'll run through them here. I think Ray said he's got Connecticut Sun first half here. Darren's talking about the over here in the Chicago and Connecticut game. I will say this. The Steam came in on the under, Darren, in this game between Chicago and Connecticut. I'm not going to comment too much about it here. I'm going to have a premium, like pretty sure. So, with all due respect, my friend, you do me so good in the chat, if I can say it like that. And here with we need Will. I think Will's saying we need the Houston Comets back is what we need. Talk about legendary franchises, right? All right, I think that's it for you guys in the chat in that one. Let me just go over these NFL plays here. There are 3 games tonight, and I've got some plays here. I've tried to narrow down some of these quarterback rotations, and I don't want to be wrong. I know I screwed up the CFL rotation the other night, and last night, you guys called me out on it. I was reading the wrong script on the game, so it came to note because I just saw a note down here scrolling across the ESPN that Rourke signed. I didn't realize, or maybe it was after the show yesterday, he signed a $600,000 contract in his return to the BC Lions. Now BC plays tomorrow, but that was a record signing, actually, $600,000. So Rourke probably just misses sticking in the NFL. He's probably going to be one of those guys in the CFL right now. And Allen is back too, so some moves there in the CFL. Anyways, here Atlanta's 5-20 against the spread in their last 25 preseason game. I think there were a couple of pushes in there, but nonetheless, they might be 5-20-2, 5-20-1. They are bad right now over several years. And in a game like this, when you see a move like this, we said it yesterday, take the Jaguars in this one. You got to lay 7 here. And again, with these games, look, I know we had 2 weeks of unders. So far, we've had 2 games and 2 overs, and I'm not saying they're all going to go over, but um, I think there's more of a chance for scoring just because of the nature of how these third games, and let's see how it goes next year as well. But it does feel like you look at some teams like Pittsburgh, when you're forced to play a quarterback, well, maybe that's where you get the overs. So, anyways, just give me the Jaguars in this one. If I give you a little hint there on the total there, maybe, but I think the Jaguars roll here in this one. Hope the Falcons get some points, if you know what I mean. I'll cover all your comments in a minute. I don't think we got them going fast enough to keep going back and forth. So please put your picks in for NFL. Dolphins and Buccaneers, these two teams meet every year, of course, in the preseason. And for the last 5 years, the underdogs covered. So I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins. How's that for your handicap? Yes, of course, I like Coach Coach Logic, of course, he's my favorite, I think, right now. Of course, I want Jim Harbaugh to do well with my Chargers, but I think Coach Logic is my guy with the Dolphins, and he wins for fun, right? He does just enough to win a preseason game without making it look like he was trying too hard. I mean, he's out there pulling the yelling at the other team for, not for challenging calls in a preseason game. Like, what are you doing? When really he just doesn't want the other team to get the challenge right. So, anyways, I'm gonna take my man McDaniel here in this one with the Dolphins, and so the total here got steamed up. And Dolphins here -3, and the total right now is up to 38. So I think that one thing to note maybe is watch those moves a little bit. We'll see on Saturday. We're going to preview the games tomorrow. But in this one, I've got the Dolphins to cover. And last but not least, here's the 49ers and the Raiders. Now, I don't agree with this move at all, despite the fact that we are expected to see a little bit of work here from the 49ers. The Raiders are just very good in the preseason. Maybe they're not the best franchise in the world, but maybe they're a team that needs to take the preseason a little more seriously. And yes, while we might see maybe a little bit better personnel from the 49ers, I mean, they were a 3.5-point favorite at one point. And now they are in fact, the Raiders were a 3.5-point favorite. There's been a 10-point move because of the approach of the two teams. But I'm actually taking the Raiders in this one +7 here. That might be a little bit contrarian to what I've been saying about some of these moves. But today I'm taking my Raiders here, my Las Vegas Raiders. I can't root for the Chargers and the Raiders. I mean, that's just, you can't do that. But maybe I am. Okay, I'll take the Raiders as my play tonight here in Las Vegas. Maybe I'll go to the game. All right, let me get your plays here if there were any, and we're just about done with the show. We got to get out of here. And let's see. In this one, we've got Will Atlanta in the points. He's on the Dolphins as well. And Chris says you can even get a hook here with the Raiders. You know what? It may even go higher right now. It just feels like this one's been on the move. Chris Brady stopping by, of course, right at the end of the show. Hi, Chris. All right, Tiger Cats and Blue Bombers tonight. I'm going to lay the points here with the Bombers. I've got to lay double digits tonight in this one, but I'm willing to do it here against the Hamilton Tiger Cats at this point. Not too thrilled at this time with what Hamilton's up to, and I'll lay the points. I think the scoring could be a big problem here. To me, Winnipeg's defense, I'm ranking them number 1 here right now, and Hamilton's defense, I don't know. They're probably not the worst. I don't think they're the worst. I think Saskatchewan maybe gets that. Saskatchewan can stop the run, though. Hamilton can't do much of anything. I would think Caleros today. Also, Wilson also has the up arrow for Winnipeg on the props. Dembski and Whitehead as Whitehead's a special teams player, but all right, I'm going to take the Bombers in this one. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam, and I will be back tomorrow with our picks with Major League Baseball and, of course, NFL football and college football, including I will have plays in some of those FBS, FCS games. Yeah, we got the two, big games tomorrow, but I think people will be looking to go a little bit deeper in some of those other games and have some action. And we talked yesterday about that Hawaii game, the travel. Yes, they're definitely a day behind schedule with their travel plans, but that weather issue that I talked about, Ramon, he always wants to be that guy. Oh, I'm going to tell you the latest breaking news. And yeah, yesterday I did talk about a tropical situation, tropical stormish situation there, but looks like it's not going to affect any play this weekend. In fact, it could have maybe have more of an effect next weekend when the UCLA Bruins are going to Hawaii to play in that little stadium. Kind of a strange one. We'll have to see on that one. And we'll also talk tomorrow about how to pick up the Hawaii game. If you didn't see it on that big sports betting channel, we're not going to plug them too much, but they were throwing my name around a little bit. So I've been able to give them some information here and there. All right. That's going to do it for me here on the show. Thanks a lot, everybody here. Join me tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific for more Morning Steam. For Tony, hey, check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Do the commercial, Ramon. I got a 5-pack up here, $25. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages. And I'll have a few more picks as well with our WNBA, NFL, and maybe a little more baseball. Maybe I could squeeze out another couple of premiums here. I think we're on a pretty good groove here this week. For Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, befuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing now. It's plain to see. The morning scheme is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get